debt in retirement is taxes. Mm-hmm. You know, people come in and say, have listeners come in and say, Phil, we're so excited. We got paid off our house.
Aww.
We're about retire, or we ought to retire the last couple of years, but we got our house paid off, which is great.
Right.
But I was like, what about the debt or the taxes you have with your retirement accounts?
Right.
And all of a sudden you can see the light bulb moment. Oh, crap, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. But I'm so thankful you brought that up to them so they can go, oh, wow, we got to do something about that.
Missing in retirement.
A registered investment advisor. Insurance products are offered through the insurance business Core Financial. Core Financial is also an investment
Celebrating your independence from high payment. It's the 4th of July sales event. Over 800 vehicles to choose from. Get 0% financing. Get a new 2024 Ram 3500 and get warranty forever. Get a new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee and get no payments for 90 days. Melloy Auto Group in Los Lunas.
OAC, see dealer for details.
It's almost time for the kids to go back to school. Do you think yours are getting the kind of education you want for them? At many schools, there's wasted time with changing schedules and teachers spending more time with discipline than teaching. But at Calvary Christian Academy, there's no nonsense. Just a quality education, strong spiritual foundation, and small class sizes to make it likely each student succeeds. Take control of your child's education and get half-price tuition for next school year at this station's website. Click the Sweet Deal logo to save at least $3,300. Schedule a free tour at Calvary Christian Academy, AB.
Strauss at ABQ Guns, all accessories like magazines, parts to build your own rifle, gun cleaning kits, and more are 15% off every single one. And every firearm in the store is marked with a sale price. If you like saving money, now's the time to do it at ABQ Guns, the only law enforcement-owned gun shop in town. Visit them at Riverside Plaza on course north of Montano. Stop in and see the ABQ Guns difference or buy online at shop.abqguns.com.
You want it right today. Get it done the Daniels way. Daniels, plumbing, heating, and air.
TJ Trout here, and did you know that over time you will spend just as much maintaining and switching over your swamp cooler every year as you will to convert to refrigerated air? So why wait? Now is the perfect time to make the switch. Call the pros at Daniels Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning today and experience total comfort this summer. 505-898-8860.
Well, we are certainly dialing up the heat this weekend. We'll be mostly sunny today, hot and mainly dry into the afternoon. Chance for a spot shower as we head for a high 97 Albuquerque, 89 Santa Fe. Partly cloudy, slight chance for showers or storms, then dropping to 69 Albuquerque, 62 Santa Fe. A few degrees warmer on Sunday, still sunny, mainly dry. 98 Albuquerque, 90 in Santa Fe. I'm meteorologist Olga Breeze for KOAT7.
At 11:07, Albuquerque's 86 degrees. It is 80 degrees in Santa Fe. At 96.3 News Radio KKOB.
The following show is a paid commercial advertisement. The views expressed do not reflect those of this station, its
Here you go.
or management.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the Melloy Auto Show on your radio. It's like getting in the car, driving to the convention center, getting out, paying, buying a ticket, walking around. No, just do it on the radio. This is the Auto Show on your radio. We're going to talk about some stuff today. We've got all kinds of things to get to. I am joined today by the crew.
We are
Mr.
the
Todd
crew.
Henry and Mr. Chris Sonnenberg. How y'all doing?
We're doing good.
And Jerry Wright.
Yep.
How you doing?
I'm living the dream.
All right. So we are going to skip the line and jump right into this. At the auto show, we've got some stuff to go over. We've got a lot of things going on at the dealership. The Melloy Auto Show is sponsored by Melloy Ford, Melloy Chevrolet, Melloy Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, and Melloy Commercial, all in the beautiful village of Los Lunas, New Mexico, which is growing. I guess the what the Amazon thing's opening and hiring people, and that's it's huge. It's like huge. Millions. I don't even know.
Oh man, it goes as far as your eye can see.
Yeah, it's all over the place. So we've got that going on down there, but it's just blowing up down there. And we have got cars all over the place down there. If you are looking for a vehicle, we've got over 800 vehicles in stock. I mean, they're all over.
I had a hard time parking.
Yeah, we got no parking places, but we'll save one for you up front.
Yeah, up front we got
there's all kinds of vehicles down there. I mean, we've got commercial vehicles, including box trucks and dump trucks and medium-duty trucks, and we've got vans. And if you're looking for a commercial vehicle, we have got them because they're all over the place. So please come pick them up so we can find some place to park. We've also got a lot of specials going on. We've got our 4th of July special going on. And we kicked it off strong. I mean, we had a big July 4th weekend. We were open on the 4th. In fact, I picked up a little souvenir from the 4th of July. We had a dunk tank at one of our stores, and if you bought a car, you got to dunk the general manager. And so on one of my dunking experiences, I landed wrong, and I'm walking around in a frickin' boot. But we'll do anything to sell a car. You want to dunk us? Come on. You want to spray us with the hose? Whatever. Just whatever it takes to make it happen. But we've got our 4th of July sale going on. We are declaring your independence from high payments. We're going to do everything possible to get the lowest payment possible for you all month long. Just a couple of the hot specials going on. You can pick up a new Silverado right now, Crew Cab LT with a 5.3 engine, and I spelled engine ENJINE. Good job, Dennis. But you can pick up one of the 5.3 Silverados and get $5,750 in total value. That's 10% below MSRP on a Silverado. Ram has got some specials going on as well. We're going to cover later in the show not only some tech questions that we've got, and we're going to turn to Todd and Chris on the tech questions because I don't know nothing. But we've also got some rankings that came out on for the first 6 months, which car maker was the best as far as total volume of sales and which model was the best. We're going to cover some of that. But when we talk about Silverado, when we talk about Ram, when we talk about F-150s and the F-Series, one of the rankings that we're going to cover is those are the top 3 pickup trucks in the nation. Ford, of course, number 1. They've been number 1 for a little bit. Silverado right behind them, and Ram clipping on their heels. So all 3 of the biggest selling trucks are at our stores in Los Lunas. So if you're looking for a truck, that's the beautiful thing. And Chris knows you can compare them. Chris, how's your truck going?
I'm in a Dodge Ram this week. So and I like it. It's got that new Hurricane engine, and it's pretty good. I like the Chevy. That's what you got all 3. If you want to drive all 3, we'll let you drive all 3.
Yeah.
Well, maybe next week we'll be talking about another truck that
maybe it'll be in an F-Series.
Yeah.
But we've got, and on that, when we were talking about that, Todd and I were talking about it driving up. That engine that they've got now in the Ram, so they've replaced the 5.7 with a Hurricane engine, which is an inline twin turbo 6-cylinder, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
But it's missing something.
Yes, when I pop the hood, there is no dipstick in there, no oil indicator check. Can't check nothing.
So there's
a
no
gauge
there's
inside.
no dipstick on that engine.
They went to like Alphas and some of the higher end vehicles.
Yeah, BMW, Mercedes, a lot of those vehicles, a lot of those engines, they stopped putting dipsticks on them. Todd and I are old, so we have mixed feelings about it.
Yeah.
Because we like the ability to grab that dipstick and look.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, but there were some advantages. I was looking at that last night. One of the things is that really, how many people actually get out and look at their oil anymore?
That's true.
We probably do. No, I don't, because I drive an electric car, so there's nothing to look at. In the Silverado that I drive, I probably will pull the dipstick and check it.
Yep.
But this just has a gauge. It's a float in the oil system.
Correct.
That just reads the level there
electronically.
Yep. And there's a couple of arguments. Well, you have to get on a flat surface, which around here sometimes can be hard.
Yeah.
And you got to do it at certain times. But I guess it's okay.
Yeah, it's not bad. Good thing I got a flat surface in my garage. That's where I check it.
I think it's just a different procedure.
Yeah.
You just got to get used to that.
Yeah.
Got to get used to it.
But the engine itself, you said it runs like a
good.
champ.
I'll be taking it out today, pulling a trailer, and see how it pulls too.
Yeah.
So hopefully next week or in 2 weeks we'll be able to talk about that.
Yeah. But we have got some specials going on down there. If you are looking for a vehicle, check us out this weekend. It's been a busy week, but we need it to be busier because we need parking spaces. So get on down there. You can buy one of the Silverados with an ENJINE, or you could spell it right and you can get one of those. We've also got some specials on EVs. We've got the Blazer EV, which Todd and I drove up this morning in the Blazer EV, and as always,
awesome.
Good ride.
Awesome car.
And then, we've gotten in a couple of the Equinox EVs, and they're beautiful. beautiful cars.
They're impressive, man.
And a lot of power, over 300 miles on a single charge. And just if you're looking for an EV, come down and see us. If you're looking for I don't care what you're looking for, just come see us. Couple of phone numbers for you: 505-243-3333. You guys wanted to know what we were talking about, and on the email line this week, the email line was a little disappointing. So I've got a couple of questions, and they're crazy. But if you've got a question about a vehicle, if you got a tech question, you can email it during the week to radiocarquestions@gmail.com. radiocarquestions@gmail.com. During the show right now, you can text Mr. Jerry Wright at 505-243-3333. 505-243-3333. You can text your questions right now. And coming up at the bottom of the hour, we'll also take a couple of calls. So if you've got some car questions, specific car questions about something going on in your vehicle, give us a call, 505-243-3333 at the bottom of the hour, and we're going to take some of those questions. Coming up next, we are going to talk about some of those rankings that we talked about. We're going to talk about a couple of things that came up this week in the automotive industry, and we're going to talk some automotive news. And who the hell else knows what we're going to talk about?
Everything. We're going to talk about
It's hard to tell, but we're going to be back in just a couple of minutes on the Melloy Los Lunas Auto Show on your radio, 96.3 News Radio, KKOB.
It's the 4th of July all month long at Melloy Los Lunas.
Martine from Rio Communities has a question. What type of 4x4 vans are available nowadays?
And over 800 vehicles to choose from. Get 0% financing. Get a new 2024 Ram 3500 and get warranty forever. Get a new
Relax and enjoy. Today through Sunday, Expo New Mexico. Today, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission, free delivery. Expo New Mexico. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandswimspasale.com.
From Tucumcari to Truth or Consequences, this is 96.3 News Radio, KKOB.
We are back, and it's exciting. This is exciting, Jerry. I didn't even talk about this, but we've had some streaming issues. We're trying to stream the show live, and we were doing it on Facebook, and I had some problems, so now we're doing it on YouTube. So if you go to the Melloy Los Lunas YouTube channel, you will find us. We are streaming live. And we have a viewer.
Oh?
Hallelujah. We didn't even talk about it, and we have a viewer. Somebody found us.
cool.
Somebody
Sweet.
is watching us right there.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. But if you want to jump online and check us out online, you can do that on YouTube on the Melloy Los Lunas group channel. There's several, but you'll find us on the group channel. Okay, so we are back, and before the break there, we talked about some automotive news that we were going to get to. And Jerry, you said that we had a text message come in too.
We do, from Martin, or Martine, from Rio Communities. Wanted to know what type of 4x4 vans are available nowadays.
4x4 van?
And, yeah, a 4x4 van. Are there 4x4 vans?
I don't think you got anything in the full size, but some of the front-wheel drives have that all-wheel drive set up to them.
Was that just something in the 70s? Was that even a thing?
Yeah.
Wasn't Mr. T's van four-wheel drive?
They
the A-Team? I would think it would be.
Maybe.
They did make some.
There were some 4x4s, and we used to be able to get the express van in a four-wheel drive for a little bit.
Correct.
You can get the Transit. Roger. I called him Roger. Roger, Chris, can we get the? I pulled
all-wheel drive.
An all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
You can get
So
all-wheel
it's not
drive in the
same as
Transit.
the four-wheel drive, but it'll still
It'll engage.
Yeah, because you can get the big Transit even.
all-wheel drive.
You can get the 350 Transit in an all-wheel drive.
Exactly.
So
But you don't have an actual button to shift it to four-wheel drive, but that's the closest you're going to get with that.
Yeah, and I'm not sure on the Pacificas. I'm assuming I know they're
I bet you
from.
they have an all-wheel drive too.
They
I would
might.
think. Let me look it up.
You know, Martin, we don't know. We're going to find out for you. But Rio Communities, our neck of the woods. Go Rio Communities. What's up? Whoop, whoop. There you go. So we were going to talk about Chris, and I called him Roger because in my phone he's Roger. Don't ask me why. It's a long story, but in his phone I put him in there as Roger, and I can't change it now. We were talking about some automotive news. There's a couple of things that came out this week. We talked about the dipstick, but then we also talked about the rankings for automakers for the first half of the year. And so the top 5 automakers are, and we'll start with number 5. That's a drum roll. Honda is number 5, and then number 4 was Hyundai Kia combined. Number 3 is Ford. Number 2 is Toyota. And the number 1 automaker for the first half of the year, General Motors. And coming in at number 6 was Stellantis, and Stellantis is Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. So think about that for a second. 3 out of the top 6 automakers are all located at one location in Los Lunas, right there at Melloy Los Lunas. Pretty cool, huh?
Don't need to go anywhere else.
Don't need to go anywhere else. And we already talked about the top-selling pickup trucks. Again, Ford F-Series, of course, for the 50th year, whatever, and Chevy Silverado and Ram following them up. With, I think, the Tundra right next to that. Chris is showing me a picture of what is that, a Econo?
It's Mr. T's van, isn't it?
Oh, Mr. T's, yeah, from the Mr. T's van, four-wheel drive.
Pity the fool.
That one is, but yes, the Transit does have the all-wheel drive. I didn't mean to cut you off, but yes, Transit is. I didn't see anything on Chrysler Pacifica.
If you buy 2 of them and they're front-wheel drive, that's kind of like four-wheel drive. So there you go.
Are they still making the Town and Country?
No,
it's all gone over to
all
the Pacifica.
yeah.
Okay, which is the same thing.
Yes. They introduced like the Pacifica Pinnacle, and there's different trims in that Pacifica line. Okay, so again, if you've got a car question, text it to 505-243-3333, 505-243-3333. At the bottom of the hour coming up, if you want to give us a call, you can do that as well. But there were a couple of questions that came in the mailbag, and so let's talk about one of these. So I've got an email that said there was a 2019 Ford Mustang, and he's got now this says he's got a radio code, but I think he meant like a error code, PO420. What is that?
P0420 is a catalytic converter code.
That's what I was thinking, PO4. Say that
P0420 is a catalytic converter code.
That is pretty impressive, boys and girls. Todd just pulled that right out of his head, man. That was pretty good. Indeed, that is correct.
That is correct.
The P0420 code in a 19 Mustang is the catalyst system efficiency below threshold, specifically bank 1. So it could be the catalytic converter. There also could be a couple of other things to look at, like an oxygen sensor. You may look at the upstream or downstream O2 sensor. Could be the catalytic converter, and it could also just be an exhaust leak, huh?
Yeah, it also you could be over fueling too. You could have an injector acting up a little bit. Yeah, putting some more fuel down in there, and it's trying to compensate to burn it out, and it's not doing it. But there's a few things it could be.
You know, this question was interesting to me because it was pretty vague but pretty specific at the same time. But that's one of the things that you have to consider is that when you get a code like that, like let's say your engine light comes on, you know, you can go a lot of places and get that code pulled. Mm-hmm. You know, you go to AutoZone or Pep Boys or wherever, and they'll hook up the machine and say, oh, it's P0420.
Correct.
But what does that mean?
But what does it mean?
It puts you in the vicinity of what to look for.
And sometimes when we're working on vehicles, you know, in the shop, that's sometimes what customers don't understand is that even though we have this code, it could still be 2 or 3 different things.
Correct.
The code doesn't necessarily pinpoint the problem.
Correct.
It just gives you an area to look at.
Yep.
And so that's why when you come in and you're looking at, I've got this code, and it's the catalytic converter. Mm-hmm. Okay, but how much is a catalytic converter on a 2019 Mustang? $1,800.
They're not cheap.
I was going to say it's
They're
probably about $1,500 or more. And then not only that, that's why we look further into it too. Because you can see those other signs to see what took that out.
Yeah, you got to look at what the cause was. Yeah,
you could change that out, and then another 30 days
comes right back.
Maybe another 30 days or a couple months, and it went out again.
Yeah,
so that's why the techs that we have, the masters, senior masters, I mean, they dive into it and double check everything.
Yeah, and there are tests. So let's say that you had this code and you came in. When you talk about like a senior master tech that has spent years in education, has spent thousands of dollars on tools and everything else, they don't just say, okay, let's replace the catalytic converter. They do a pinpoint test, which says, okay, let's make sure it's not this component, this component, this component. Because let's say it was just the O2 sensor. Mm-hmm. What's an O2 sensor cost?
$100.
Yeah. So, you know, sometimes having that in-depth, not just saying, oh, that's the code, I better change it. No, sometimes if you do that investigation, it may be a minor component that saves you some money.
Exactly. You know, they look at, you know, you go and look into the computer that for General Motors or Ford or Chrysler, and you look at certain data, and that's what you're looking for to try to find what's causing that.
Yeah. So if you have an issue with your vehicle, if you've got an engine light on and you've done that process where you've gone and, you know, you can even buy them on Amazon. You can get a code tester, right? Yep. And okay, here's my code. We still want to diagnose that. We still want to go through it and make sure that, yes, that's the code, but what caused it? And because sometimes we can save you some money. Mm-hmm. You know, instead of a $2,000 catalytic converter job, if we can get you in with a $300 O2 sensor job or something else, that's what we're there for. So if you do have an issue with your vehicle, the codes are great. It gives you an idea to look at, but this is where we're going. So yeah, that was good. But that was really good, Todd. I like that. We have got. Jerry always tells me that I don't have to hit the 30 on the spot, but I always like to because I feel like I'm on radio. I should be exact.
Because you're Denny on the spot.
Because I should hit that radio down. But this other question that I've got, we're going to cover when we come back because I'm going to hit the 30 mark. A customer is talking about the color of his car, and I'm going to read you the question when we come back. So stay tuned through the next 2 minutes of your life. Listen to some commercials. Maybe you'll hear a Melloy commercial because we've got all kinds of deals going on in our July 4th special.
Dennis, I'm playing your request. Sorry.
Okay. But we have got all kinds of things going on, including the Ford Summer Sales Event where you can get 0% available on a lot of vehicles, no payments for 90 days. We have got lease specials. We've got deals on the Ford Edge, the F-150. You can get 72 months financing for 2.9%, which is awesome. So get down there and see us in Melloy and Los Lunas. But we are going to be back in just a couple of minutes on the Melloy Los Lunas Auto Show on your radio at 96.3 News Radio, KKOB.
It's the 4th of July all month long at Melloy Los Lunas. We're celebrating.
And boost your confidence from their wide variety of facials like their refreshing summer fruit facial to advanced skincare like microneedling, chemical peels, anti-aging, and more. All customized to meet your individual needs. Skin and Soul Beauty, 3740 Coors Boulevard Northwest, just south of St. Joseph's Drive, or call 818-5663. You're in luck. Skin and Soul is this week.
Can you turn it down some more? Soul is real hot.
$50 gift certificate to Skin and Soul for just $75. Visit our station website Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. and get this incredible half-off deal from Skin and Soul Beauty. But move fast. Our sweet deals sell out quickly. Skin and Soul.
Got any more you can give me? Take it down.
Here. Are you ready to let loose and
About half of where it is now. Do it half.
Talk about keeping those memories positive, shall we? Picture this. You're out with friends this weekend, enjoying a few drinks, letting the stress of the week melt away. Sounds awesome, right? But here's the thing. When the night winds down to head home, make the right call. Take a ride on us. Santa Fe County DWI program, NDWI, and Glasheen Valles and Inderman Injury Lawyers have partnered with Cumulus Media. There's a delay. WI. Open the Uber app now, and under vouchers, enter the code SFWKD2024 in all caps. Then, after your weekend libations, request an Uber and we'll pay up to $10 for your ride. Up to 4 rides per person. This offer is good for the first 750 people who use the code now through Sunday, September 1st at 12 midnight. Rides.
It's got about a minute delay on it.
Sunday each weekend. There's no excuse for drinking and driving. Take a ride on us. Together, we can end DWI.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. At Lerner & Rowe, we always talk about the importance of results.
2 clicks louder.
Results include $5.5 million for an auto accident, over $7 million for a truck accident, and another $10 million for another truck accident. In fact, we recovered more money last year than most New Mexico law firms recover in their entire careers. At Lerner & Rowe, getting you all the money you deserve is what we do.
Multi-state settlements. Carlos Obri Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque.
We're all moving a little faster now.
Trust the team that's going to keep up with you on KOAT Action 7 News.
We're proud to bring you coverage you can count on from across New Mexico.
Like a weather forecast that's certified most accurate and proven every day.
Start your day with more in the morning.
Reset your preset with crystal clear sound. 96.3 News Radio KKOB. Depend on it.
Bye, Bo.
And you're up.
Welcome back to the Melloy Los Lunas Auto Show on Pure Radio. We're having so much fun in here, I forgot to start talking again. Welcome back to the Melloy Auto Show on your radio. We were just talking about some questions that came in. If you've got a car question, now is the time. 505-243-33. Give us a call. 505-243-3333. But one of the questions that came in on radiocarquestions@gmail.com was a question about a customer's, or well, maybe he could be a customer. I have a maybe somebody's just punking us with this question, but I have a blue car and hate it. What should I do? I don't know that that's a tech question, but we can answer that question for you. So if you have a blue car and you hate your blue car, what do you think they should do, gentlemen?
I say come get a red car.
Maybe it's you have to wash it all the time. It gets dirty right away. I don't. It's just like
now
black.
we got a real good body shop guy.
Yeah,
I'm sure we could
he'll
paint it a
buff it
different
right
color
up
if
for
you
you.
really like
Yeah.
you really like the car. I don't know.
Boy, he did a truck. Our body shop guy did a truck a couple of weeks ago that was just. It was what was that? An older Chevy?
Yeah,
square body
78,
Chevy.
78.
78 square body
Yeah,
Chevy.
beautiful truck.
Oh, that thing was gorgeous when
Yeah.
he was done. Oof,
Yeah.
that was nice.
What kind of paint do they use, or what is it called? That paint that shifts colors depending on where you're at.
Like a pearl.
Yeah,
Oh,
like a
man.
tri-coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, those are so
They are.
sweet.
They're nice.
Wow, that was an awesome segue, Jerry, because just arrived on the lot at Melloy and Los Lunas at Melloy Chevrolet. There is a Equinox EV that is, what do they call it, gradient gray or something, but when you look at it this way, it's blue. When you look at it this way, it's purple. And when you look at it this way, it's gray. And you can look at it all kind of different ways, and it changes colors, and it's awesome. Wow. It's beautiful. And it uses no gas. You just plug that bad boy in.
Oh, sweet.
And you know what, Jerry? Since you mentioned tri-coat and you would like to have one,
two,
we can hook you up with an Equinox EV on a lease, 24 months, for only $339 a month.
Get out of here.
No, I won't get out of here. I'm here. I'm here for another 30 minutes. And that's with $3,409 down at the time of signing, and you never buy gas.
Wow.
Come on, Jerry.
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah. That's like they're paying you to drive it.
You know what? And you don't pay electricity for it if you plug it into your neighbor's house.
That's it.
There you go.
Or with us.
Or with us.
There you go.
We've got a level 3 charger. Come on down. So anyway, yeah. I don't know. I just thought that was a funny question. So, yeah, that was my suggestion, too. Okay, we've got a lot of different color cars, including a tricolor Equinox EV. So if you don't like your blue car, come get a different color. The next one's kind of a serious question. So, guys, tell me about if you're using gas still. There was a question about is 86 octane gasoline okay to use? And I don't know what kind of car they've got, but should you buy that? Because that's the lowest level of octane gas that you can buy in New Mexico, right?
Well, your owner's manual will tell you what octane rating to use on them, and usually it's 86 or 87. Now, you get into like the high-performance Mustangs or the Corvettes, they'll tell you what, use a premium grade but yeah, 86 and 87 is pretty much dialed in for a lot of these vehicles, yeah.
Okay.
Does elevation have an effect on that? Because
not computer-wise anymore. No, it'll automatically adjust as you're going up and down, seeing the mountains and stuff. The computer adjusts for all that fuel, but they've designed these engines, and the best way to do it is, they have services now that even General Motors and Ford and all of them, they want you to put that we have through the factories that are as an additive that you put in there to keep the valves clean and all that. So,
yeah, again, I turned to Google here, and Google told me this. Octane is a measure of the fuel's ability to withstand compression in an internal combustion engine without undergoing pre-ignition. So I guess you don't hardly hear that anymore, but it used to be that you would hear the engine knocking.
Yeah, it's actually a timing knock.
So that's a timing. So if you put the wrong octane fuel,
correct.
Does that still happen?
Not because of the computers now. Like on the old, let's say you got a big block Ford or Chevrolet, and your timing's a little bit off. They want you to run 100 octane, 94, 95 octane. If you got a race car, you're running 107 or avgas it's high octane.
Yeah.
But it's for detonation. It's for detonation, though.
Okay. So if you've, and again, you also have to consider that there are some vehicles now that will run on that
the E85.
The E85 gas.
And that's actually, from what I've seen about it, you'll get a little less gas mileage out of it, but the performance is better because of that.
Yeah.
But just so you know, I believe on the new Fords and that, not recommended to run that E85. Just so and I think it says it even on there when you open the gas tank.
It'll tell you like a yellow cap.
It'll tell you,
yeah. Well, and even for the past several years, you had to have an engine that was set up to run on that E85.
Correct.
So just be careful. I mean, there's still pumps out there with the 85. You know,
yeah,
it's like a few weeks ago when we were talking about DEF fluid and putting DEF in because you thought you were putting diesel in.
Exactly.
You know, so just be careful what you're putting.
The weekend is finally here. Are you ready to let loose and have some fun? We're all about good times and great memories, but let's talk about keeping those memories positive, shall we? Picture this. You're out with friends this weekend, enjoying a few drinks, letting the stress of the week melt away. Sounds awesome, right? But here's the thing. When the night winds down and it's time to head home, make the right call. Take a ride on us. Santa Fe County DWI program, NDWI, and Glasheen, Baez, and Inderman Injury Lawyers have partnered with Cumulus Media to help end DWI. Open the Uber app now and under vouchers, enter the code SFWKD2024 in all caps. Then, after your weekend libations, request an Uber and we'll pay up to $10 for your ride, up to 4 rides per person. This offer is good for the first 750 people who use the code now through Sunday, September 1st at 12 midnight. Rides are only valid Friday, Saturday, and Sunday each weekend. There's no excuse for drinking and driving. Take a ride on us. Together, we can end DWI.
Amazing! That describes New Mexico Fabrics and Foam's incredible showroom and the fact that many of you have never been there. Visit now during the blowout sale and get already discounted fabrics starting as low as $2.95 a yard. Call 265-1524.
It's time to get Glick. Man, I'm over these things. Find out what we're talking about on the Eric Strauss Show.
Reset it.
We are back on the Melloy Los Lunas Auto Show on your radio. What do we want to talk about now? I remember. We were going to talk about some news that came out this week. So I don't know how much y'all pay attention to automotive news. But, we talked about one of the questions that came up with a couple of customers that I've had this week is they have seen things, and, I'm fighting with the streaming on YouTube a little bit today, but I think it's working again. But on YouTube, if you're into automotive stuff and you flip through YouTube, you're going to see all these videos with titles that say car business in disarray, or Stellantis going out of business, and all these doom and gloom things about the car business. And it's all just clickbait. It's all just trying to get you to click on them to watch them. But one of the questions that somebody asked me seriously this week was, what's going to go on with Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram? Because, they changed management, and the word on the internet is, they're struggling. And the answer to that question is nothing is going on with Stellantis. Stellantis made all kinds of money in the first quarter. They are not going out of business. They've gone through some changes. They've adjusted some pricings. They've kind of modified the way that they are dealing with their dealerships, and they've made some changes that I think are good changes. But the internet takes all of that change as something that's bad, like they're going to go out of business. No, they ain't going out of business. With those nameplates that they've got, Jeep Wrangler, the Grand Cherokee, the Ram brand. I mean, it's the number 3 selling pickup truck in the country. It's not going anywhere.
They're selling.
A couple of weeks ago, we talked about the problem with some of the dealerships that were having with some of the software that they were using. A company called CDK had a security breach, and so all dealerships were down. Well, that wasn't really true either. Only the dealerships that used that software. That's all fixed. We're not on CDK, so it didn't affect us. But all that stuff jumps online, so you can't always believe everything that you see on the internet. And believe it or not, except for our stuff, you can believe everything that I put out there. But
we do our research.
We do our research. We Google that stuff. But that was one of the questions that came up, was what's going on with Stellantis. Stellantis is fine. That's a funny name. They should have just kept it Chrysler. But other than that, they're fine. They've got some, they had a few changes. Doesn't mean anything. They're going to keep selling cars, and we've got a ton of them. And so we are making deals like crazy down there. So if you're looking for a vehicle, feel confident that they're going to be there. They ain't going anywhere. It's not like a smaller brand or anything like that that's going to just disappear. That ain't going to disappear. It's going to be there. So if you are looking for a vehicle, you need to come down and see us this weekend. We were talking about warranties and extended warranties, and one of the other things that I see online all the time are how to how to get it over on a car dealer, right? How to walk into a car dealership and make the best deal.
Yeah.
And there's all these things about how they're doing it, what they're going to do, and how they're going to. You can walk in and demand to do this and demand to do that, and that's fine. You want to watch those videos, go ahead.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, here's the thing with us and the way we do business. One of the things that they say is, always make sure and get your loan prearranged because, go to your credit union. And that's fine. You want to go to your credit union? We use all the credit unions in town. You name them, Nusenda, Kirtland, Sandia area. You name a credit union, we use them. So if you want to go to your credit union and arrange your own financing, not a problem because we can facilitate that for you. I will tell you that there are some advantages, though, to taking an offer like 1.9% for 72 months or 2.9 for 72 months because credit union rates right now, or even a good rate for a shorter term is 6.9, or 7.9,
7%,
or 8%. So there are some deals out there. And if you are looking for the best way to finance a vehicle, it's always shorter term and with the most amount of money that you can put down because you don't want to pay financing on more than you have to.
Yeah.
So if you are looking for the best deal, you can watch all the videos on YouTube and I'm going to come in and do this, but really just come see us. I think that's the biggest thing with us is we do business the way that we think people want to do business with us. We are going to be straight up with you. We're going to tell you what's going on. We're going to look at your situation. We're going to try and find you the best payment. We're going to try and find you the best deal. The same with when you come into our service department or our parts departments. If you are looking for a part and you can't find one, we're going to go find one. If you come in with an engine code, we're not just going to fix what you think that it is. We're going to try and save you some money. So if you are looking for an easy way to do business, if you're looking for just laid-back folk like us, we're just country folk. We just hang out down there in Los Lunas. And, we're easy to deal with. Plus, we're easy to find. We're right on the interstate, right on the exit 203 on Interstate I-25. Easy to find, easy to deal with. That's what's going on down in Melloy. But with some of these specials this month, this is good. We got good stuff going on this month. So if you are driving around right now and you are thinking about driving up and down Lomas, going from dealership to dealership, don't do that. Just get on I-25, head south or head north or from wherever you are, pull into exit 203 on Interstate I-25. We're right on the interstate, and you can shop till you drop because you can look at all kinds of cars down there. We got them all. So if you're looking for a vehicle, come see us. If you're looking for service, come see us. Don't forget, next couple of weeks, radiocarquestions@gmail.com. Email 30-second questions. And we appreciate you joining us.
We do.
And it is going to be an awesome weekend. And we're going to see you next time on the Melloy Los Lunas Auto Show on your radio at 96.3 News Radio, KKOB.
The preceding show has been a paid commercial advertisement. The views expressed in